Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I'm James. This is a new Rider Diaries and we're trying out something different today because you get to see my face. So here we are at the Knockin Radio Telescope. So I thought this would be a pretty good place to start the video as it's something of interest near to where I live. So I thought I'd drive out here or ride out here, show you what it's like. Looks quite small in the video there, so I hope it comes across well when I put it on the screen later. But this is one of several radio telescopes that make up the Merlin network, which are linked to Jodrell Bank in Chester or Cheshire. They look at several things in space, such as meteoroids, pulsars, other things of that nature, which I know absolutely nothing about. But it looks pretty cool. It's been here since the 70s. It's a bit of a local landmark, so I thought, why not bring the Scrambler out to this site here. It's been a nice little ride through some country lanes, and in true Tarantino fashion, I've started the video halfway through my ride as I'm already quite a few miles in. And yeah, it's a lovely evening. Started off really cloudy. I thought it was going to rain, but no, it's held off. And here's the Scrambler 400x, holding up really well. Done about 1,500 miles on it so far. And cleaned it once, but I think it looks quite nice with a load of dirt on it anyway. This evening we'll probably do about 40-50 miles down some country roads, take in some of the local sites, and then we'll end up by going on the dual carriageway back home. So get to test the bike out at some national speed limits, see how it performs there. As always, I'll provide a bit of commentary along the way. So if you like my dulcet tones, please stay tuned, give us a like, subscribe if you want to. I'd really appreciate it.
Hello everyone, and we're back on the start of the ride now. Just heading out of my hometown. Got an interesting little route planned for today. Well, you've already seen where I've ended up halfway through. At the Knockin Radio Tower, which I'm hoping will be a good opportunity to get some pictures with the bike. I think it'll look pretty cool in front of that. I'm also going over a pontoon bridge, a metal bridge I believe, which was built during the war. There's lots of army camps around here, and I think it was part of the ammunition storage during World War II. They kept it in the countryside out of the way, which, we're kind of cut off from a lot of things now, so in the war I imagine it was even more of an ideal location to store explosives. So yeah, we're going to go there, check that out, and then we might go back on the dual carriageway, see what the bike's like at national speed limits. Because I think every single video I've filmed so far, I've just been going on slow, windy country roads, so let's mix it up a little bit. Also as well, today I'm going to be testing out my new gloves. Got some new winter gloves. I've got the Oxford, I can't remember the name of them now, I think it's Hex or something. But they are specifically a winter glove. So we'll be seeing what they're like. I checked the temperature before I left. It's about 12 or 13 degrees, so it is getting quite cold now. But so far my hands feel absolutely toasty. So that's good. Lots of cloud in the sky today. It looks absolutely evil weather, but every weather app I've checked says that there's a 0% chance of rain. So I could not stay indoors. Especially as the girlfriend's working a late shift. Right, we'll go left down here. So the fuel lights just come on. I think normally it gives me about another 40-50 miles left. But I'm one of these people, I don't really like seeing the fuel light on. So I will have to fill up on this ride at some point. I've also had another idea. I'm not sure if it's a good one or not, but I'll give it a go. So I've also had another idea, because I absolutely hate going to the fuel station, especially on a motorbike, when you have to muck about taking your gloves off, finding your card and whatnot in the various different pockets you've got. I just find it an absolute punish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some of the 20-litre jerry cans. Just had a look on Facebook Marketplace, and there's absolutely loads for sale for like a £5 or a £10 a piece. I'm just going to buy 2 of them, maybe even 3 actually, and so if I buy 3, for example, that'll give me 60 litres of fuel, which I'll be able to keep in the garage secure, and that should last me quite a long time before trips, and I can just fill up the jerry cans every time I go and fill my car up, so it won't be an inconvenience to go and fill up anymore, and my bike will always be topped up. Also as well, if I get 40 or 60 litre cans, then I can at least mitigate some of the pain, or the anticipated pain, from the budget next month, because fuel prices are obviously going to go up. And look, there's the quarry and Rodney's Pillar in front of us there. Not sure if it'll show up quite so well on the camera, but I've walked up that hill quite a few times just to the peak, and there is some stunning views as you get near the top. Should I fill up here? No, I won't, because they haven't got pay at pump, and I'm lazy. So I have actually got a couple of parts coming for the bike over the next few weeks. They're coming from India. I've got a bar riser, so it adds on 2 mil to the height of the handlebars. Now I'm quite a tall person, but I think a lot of my height is actually in my torso, because I've got 42 inside leg, which kind of, I can kind of feel it now when I think about it. My arms are not like a T-Rex or anything, but I don't think I've got the longest arms, so when I'm reaching down to hold the handlebars, my shoulder blades are just absolute agony. Wow, look at this nutter. Max Verstappen going full send. Love it. There's a car and another knobhead. Alright, maybe I am going a bit slow. 50 mile an hour and a 60 limit, but there's loads of mud all over the place, so I'm not going to go much quicker than that. Anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, I feel I've got quite short arms considering how tall I am, so reaching down, holding the handlebars, it's been giving me a lot of pain in my shoulder blades. Now originally I thought it was down to like my riding technique and my posture, but after doing everything right, so keeping my arms nice and loose, making sure that I'm nice and relaxed and flat, not tense while I'm riding. I'm also not twisting my right hand when I'm using the throttle. I'm working on a few different techniques there, but my shoulder is still in agony, absolute agony. So I think it's something to do with a reach thing rather than a technique or posture thing. So I'm going to try out some bar risers for it. They raise the height by 20 mil, and then kind of bring the handlebars a little bit closer to you as well. So I'm hoping that will sort me out, because it'll give me a more upright riding position. Now I was originally worried that the cables wouldn't be long enough to facilitate it. However, I've seen quite a few videos on YouTube of people in India with the same modification, the same part, and it seems to fit okay, so I'm just going to give it a go and see what happens. Okay, this must be the bridge. Oh wow, it is. I know absolutely nothing about this bridge, but my dad informs me, and he is pretty much an amateur historian. Tells me that they built that, the army built that during the Second World War. So all round here must have been just army bases. Quite interesting. And yeah, I don't really have anything more to add to that, other than I never knew it was there before, so that was nice. Okay, so back on the road now. Nice interesting stop at the telescope. Took a few nice pictures of the bike by it. And what we're aiming to do now, just go on to the dual carriageway back home, so probably be about 5 or 6 miles of national speed limit, so you can see what the bike does when we get up to speed. Nice little evening ride, nothing major today, probably about 40 or 50 miles I'd say, maybe a bit less. nice evening for it in the end. When I first set out, the clouds were black almost, but it's turned out to be quite a nice evening. Okay, so it's 6:15 now. Sun will be going down shortly, so I'm going to head back towards home. Been a nice little ride, probably the shortest one I've done since I've had the bike actually. Just a half an hour ride through the country lanes. Perfect end to the day really after working. So I know I've said I'm going to try and get up to national speed limits, but I can already tell that because of the traffic, this stretch of road's going to just be a nightmare now. But anyway, absolutely no problems though. So we're up to, and it was effortless. 6,000 revs. I do feel like it's got a lot left as well. It's still pulling. I think I could make mincemeat of that car in front. I mean, obviously not like top end, but I could fly past. Well, I think they're letting me overtake, so let's just try it out. See, very easy to overtake. I'm slowing down, I'm doing a smidge over national speed limit, should we say. But again, there's still lots in it. Doesn't feel too rattly. Vibrations, I can feel them in my foot, in my feet a little bit, but it's nothing crazy. I think having the rubber in the foot pegs helps. I think if you didn't have that, it'd probably be a lot worse. Feel some vibrations in the hands, but just trying to keep, I'm not gripping on too tight like when I first started riding. I had like white knuckles, so that's not too much of a problem. I can still see okay in the mirrors. They are vibrating a little bit, but I can't tell if that's because the roads I'm on are so bumpy. The state of the roads really is terrible in the UK at the minute. Potholes are crazy. Oh, here we go. Look at that transformer there. Oh, and the Hulk. It's called the Ironworks in Oswestry. Quite a cool place to visit if you're in the area. Just had a bit of a rethink. I'm going to extend the route a little bit, taking more of the bypass, and fill up at a very cheap petrol station. I say very cheap, it's still very expensive really, but cheap in comparison to everywhere else in the local area. So it might add on another 16 miles or so, thinking about it. quite ready to go home yet. I think because I spent quite a bit of time at the telescope, I am more than ready to do a bit more riding, really. No one told me how hard it was to video yourself. It's easy enough when the camera's facing forward and all you're doing is chatting in your helmet. But yeah, it was a bit of an eye-opener trying to do that intro. It is not easy. Got a newfound appreciation for all these motor vloggers who it just appears so natural to. So yeah, doing a steady 60 now, 5,000 revs, very comfortable at this speed, it could do it all day. Here we are going through the lovely Whittington. Nice old castle there. Shame about the new brickwork that's ruining it, but never mind. Better than it going to a ruin, I guess. Or is it actually? I don't know. Maybe it's better to just leave things as they are. I love this road. It's one of my favourites to ride on. Some of the views when you're coming back the other way, watching the sunset, are incredible. So hopefully the battery will last long enough that I can get that in. But just vibes look amazing tonight even. Well, that was a nice little journey, but I'm sensing that my battery's running out of steam now. Just hearing some warning beeps. Need to order a brand new one. So what I'll do is I will end the video here. So thanks very much for coming along for the ride. I hope you've liked the video. If you have, please give us a thumbs up and a subscribe, really appreciate it. Got over 30 subscribers now, so I honestly thought it would just be one or two and I'd use this channel for my own little video diaries, if you like. So to get 30 subscribers, I'm over the moon with. Thank you very much. So yeah, I'll just sign off by saying I hope you all have a great week, ride safe, and I'll chat to you again soon. Take care.